So today we have a very, very special visitor, Lily. Would you prefer to be called Lily or Lillian?
Let's go with Lillian.
Lillian, okay. Beautiful young lady I met years back at Cardinal High School, a cheerleader.
A little bit, yeah.
Yep, yep. So football games.
Yep.
The football
Flag
lunches.
line, yep, everything.
Yeah, that's where, but Lily is pursuing a grown-up avenue in her life now, and can you tell us a little bit about where your heart is at right now?
Yeah, so about a year ago, I really felt like the Lord was saying to pursue missions, and so I put my application in for YWAM Youth with a Mission in Colorado Springs, and did a discipleship training school there, where I did 3 months of lecture and then 3 months overseas.
Okay. Now tell us a little more about all of that.
So when you do the lecture, you're learning more about God, yourself, a lot of healing. It's very in-depth. Also learning more about missions and just what it is to be a missionary. And then they basically prepare you to go overseas. And so when you go overseas, it's somewhere in the 1040 window, which is parts of North Africa, the Middle East, Asia. And so specifically, I went to Malaysia, which I would love to go back. It's just amazing. The diversity, the people there, it's amazing.
Now, when you went to Malaysia, how big of a group of people did you go with?
My team was 14 people.
14 people,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And what was your biggest memory, impression, learning experience of the whole thing?
So we actually worked with a homeless ministry there called the Kawan Center, and Kawan Shop. The shop was kind of like this. It's a thrift store, bargain bin type thing. And so we worked with them, steamed with them, just learned a whole lot of housekeeping things from them. And then at the homeless shelter, we cooked for homeless 2 times a day. And so we made them breakfast and coffee and just sat and talked to them about Jesus and heard their stories. And then we cleaned up and we made lunch and we played board games and sang worship songs. And it was just really cool to be completely involved in someone else's culture and just really learn from them. I think a lot of people have the mindset that we have so much to share with them, and really we do. There's so much that we can share with them, but just taking a second and a step back to listen to their stories and just hear where they're coming from and the things that they've learned, and then being able to share Jesus with them was just a very big learning experience for me.
So what I'm hearing from you is not only going there as a missionary and sharing with them, you receive just as much back from them and their culture also.
Yeah, a really big one was their power of hospitality. They're so welcoming to strangers, to anyone. They're very welcoming to have you over for dinner, for parties, whatever it is, and they're just so excited to see new people. So.
Now, the type of country, we hear about the trips to Honduras and the women sweeping out huts of dirt floors. Is it similar, different? Are they more, do they have tile floors and houses like we do, or is it different?
So the difference between my outreach, so ours was very different. At least my team was a lot different than a lot of the other teams. Some teams go to Nepal and Cambodia and Thailand, where it is sweeping out dirt floors and villages in the mountains. But for our team, actually, it was different for a whole nother reason and hard for a whole nother reason. We actually lived in the big city. And so you have the tile floors, their sidewalks are tile, and then you have like these apartment style things, shops and houses and stuff like that. So it's very different. There's a subway down the street, and so it was really different for us because it was so much the same. Or there was similarities of things that were here, but also there was so many different things. Just the way that they order their food, that was a big one. Order the food is different. The way that they speak to each other, the way that they worship is so different. And so there was a lot of things that were different and were hard, but also there was a lot of things that were familiar that were really nice.
So Lily is such a brave soul. The last time I saw you was at your graduation party and just doing this whole adventure. But ladies, she shaved her head. She did. And I wish you could have all seen a beautiful young lady.
Thank you.
Oh, I wish I had a picture.
Yeah.
So gorgeous, gorgeous young lady, but just the confidence in yourself and what you were doing. But when you, at your graduation party, going into this, now I'm seeing you after being at YWAM. I think going into it, you were thinking of getting into some type of fashion or something like that. Is that still a long goal?
Interior design.
Okay.
I actually, it was something that I was kind of thinking about, but was very, very far back in my mind. And actually, while I was there, 3 different people came up to me and said, "Hey, I feel like the Lord is saying, take up interior design. Like,
isn't that so cool?
Take up your art, dive into your art, and start doing it more. Be proud of your art. The Lord has given you this gift." And so, yeah, it's crazy that you brought that up because 3 more people said it too. So, yeah, it's really cool.
Art is one of my passions.
Yeah.
And just seeing you grow up over the years and the way you change with such confidence, and you're gonna do great in art. And everybody in my thought process is an artist. So, you'll do great with that.
Thank you so much.
Now with the YWAM, what is your next step in this process now that you're back home and then we're going from here?
Yeah, so when I finished my DTS, the Discipleship Training School, I applied for a secondary school. So what you have to do before you can come on staff is do a secondary school. So about halfway through that, which was a life-changing experience, absolutely amazing. But halfway through that, I applied for staff and I got accepted on staff. And so for this fall, I will be staffing the Discipleship Training School and leading students just like I was a year ago. So
very cool.
Yeah, leading them through one-on-one, so having mentorships with them during that 3 months of the lecture phase, and then potentially taking them overseas in the winter time. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So right now, I think what we want to do is covet people's prayers for you in wisdom and direction, and just raising help for yourself to get to where you need to be.
Yeah.
So if anybody wanted to contact you for prayer information, is there a way to do that?
Yeah, I mean, you can use my cell phone, 440-321-2254, so you can text me through that. If you just wanted to, you can find me on Facebook, Lillian Robinson. But also, without contacting me, I would love and appreciate anyone's prayers. Just for guidance for the future, prayer that support would come in, so I am able to go overseas and lead teams and whatnot, and whatever the Lord has for me in the future.
Now, what does that mean, support come in, so people know what that means?
So, in order to be a missionary, you have to have a team of supporters, a team of people that want to partner with what the Lord is doing in your life. And so this period of time that I've been home, I've really been working on gathering that team, asking people to support me monthly or support my ministry overseas. And so that's basically what I've been working on while I've been home, is just gathering those people and really believing that the Lord wants me to be in Colorado and overseas and whatever he has next. So.
And then YWAM is something they can also look up online.
Yeah, YWAM, Youth with a Mission, Colorado Springs, Strategic Frontiers is where I'm located. So.
Very cool. Well, I'm so happy you came today.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you. This is a huge blessing. Anytime that we can share God's word with other people and what God's doing in the world that's why we're here, right, Beth? That's saying yes.
Amazing.
All right, so do you have anything you'd like to add to that?
Thank you for your prayers already. I know that people are gonna be praying for me, so I want to thank you in advance for listening and also being in prayer. So thank you guys so much.